you ever wanted to stay in Bali, but you weren't really sure if it would be worth it or not? Well, we did have the chance to stay there for a full month, and we can honestly say that it was the best month ever.
There's no one here today.
Oh no! Now, if you're on a tight budget and you want to explore Bali, that's totally fine. There are still plenty of things that you can do to enjoy it. However, we chose to treat ourselves and stayed in some luxurious accommodations. So if you're curious about how much our trip cost to stay for a month in Bali, make sure to watch to the end of the video to find out for all of the details. Now, let's rewind the tape and start back with the trek to the villa. The first thing we had to do was find out where our place was. We had the address, but that honestly, it didn't really help when you don't know left from right in the city that you're in. So what we had to do was find a taxi company. Thankfully, the taxi companies are everywhere there due to the fact that they have an app called Gojek. It's similar to Uber Eats and Uber Driving. This driving, though, was nothing to what you're used to if you've never been to other parts of the world. Driving styles change here dramatically, and in Bali, it was an extreme difference from what we were used to. The cars were seriously flying past us, scooters everywhere. It was seriously scary for the first day or so getting used to that type of traffic. So we finally found the place where we were living at, and this place had it all. Let me tell you, it was an amazing Airbnb that we had rented, and it took us no time to get settled in. And for what we paid, it was honestly an incredible deal. It had multiple bathrooms, bedrooms, a beautiful private pool for us and ourselves to enjoy, and the people that came with it and cleaned the place every day. Needless to say though, honestly, if you're looking for money to go far, this is definitely the place you want to go. So we spent 2 weeks in the city of Canggu, and honestly, it really didn't take long for us to get our bearings and find out where the great places were to eat, the beaches, and just, the activities that you wanted to do. Now, the first day or two, we really just spent at the villa and literally just relaxed. We were bagged from all the travel that we had been doing, as we were currently on a 3-month trip around the world. So after relaxing in the villa and just catching up on some of the much needed sleep that we definitely needed, we finally decided to go and do an activity. And where did we go? Well, we went to the Splash Water Park. It's nothing huge, but it was a ton of fun for the size of the park. And I actually found one of the water slides went so fast that I thought I was going to fly out of it, but man, was it a good time. We actually had so much fun at that water park that we decided the next day to go to the biggest water park in Bali, Bellabong, Bali. And this place, let me tell you, was huge. The biggest water park I've honestly ever been to, and the rides were massive and fast. I'm not kidding when I say they're massive. One of the water slides does a countdown, and you pretty much free fall to the bottom. Megan screamed so loud the first time she did it. It was the funniest memory I'm ever gonna have. Now, if you've been to Bali, then you know about Nusa Penida, and if not, then these next clips will really give you an understanding of how amazing this place is. Killing King Beach, Angels Bellabong, Diamond Beach. This place had it all. And the colors you see here were incredible. This place blew our hats off. Literally, it blew my hat off. The views here are just so incredible, but also just be mindful that because it's such a tourist hotspot, it's gonna be busy and it's hot. I don't think Megan or I have ever sweated so much just standing in one spot ever. So now we'd been here around a week or so and decided to actually venture out farther to check out some restaurants. There were so many to pick from, but we only ventured to a few, unfortunately. We actually found that a lot of the places we went to, we were ordering far too much, only due to the fact that we thought because the prices were so low that it would be, a small meal. Well, we were dead wrong, but that's okay. We still enjoyed every meal, and the food that we had was like nothing we had ever had before. The next few days, though, we checked out local hotspots, and then we decided to head to some of the incredible waterfalls, and wow, we were amazed. One of the waterfalls actually looked like it was seriously out of a movie. It was so cool to see like how the light was hitting it, and then you would just stand underneath it. The guides there also help you create some really cool shots on your phone. And then after that, we went out for lunch, but I can say that the craziest thing for me was the rain. It's a lot of rain. Now, I know it rains here a lot in Canada, but this was by far the most rain I had ever seen in my life. So after that amazing lunch, we headed to some of the coffee plantations that they have here in Bali, and there are a lot of them. The amount of detail that they go into these places with, though, is spectacular, and it amazes me. Oh, also make sure to get a tour guide. They're cost effective and they drive you all over the place. It's a great way to learn and actually enjoy, some of the scenery because you don't have to drive. So on day 10, we headed south of Canggu to Uluwatu in the car that we had rented for 2 weeks while we were staying there. We tried doing the scooters, but it just didn't feel good for us, so we opted for the comfort of car, and I actually got pretty good at driving the roads there too. Uluwatu has some of the most stunning beaches that we'd ever seen. The way that the beaches could just go on forever, it seems, without a single soul in sight.
Like I said, there's no one here today except for Megan and I.
Was incredible. It definitely made it more special for us. And the ship here was so cool to see, and the waves were freaking massive. Make sure to check that place out when you're here for sure. Now, we were halfway through our trip and it was time to head north 2 hours to the town of Sarara. We were in for such a treat though, because we thought that our first villa was amazing, but this second one was seriously luxury. The view, the pool, which was 20 meters long. The attention to detail, all of it just seriously exceeded our expectations. There was even a hot tub on the roof so that you could enjoy the view. This place had it all, and it even came with a daily property gardener, 2 house cleaners daily, and I forgot to mention, we got a massage every single day we were in Bali because it was the equivalent around $10 each for an hour. So naturally, what did we do when we were here on the north end of Bali? Well, we kicked back and we actually relaxed. We didn't do much during the 2 weeks that we stayed there. This was just finally our time to put our feet up and just enjoy what we were going to be living in. But we definitely just didn't laze around though. We worked out every day and we swam in that pool for around an hour or so each day. During our second day here in Sarara, we had the opportunity to visit one of our idols that actually inspired us to come to Bali and create this video, Lost LeBlanc.
Hey guys, we just got to Lost Villa, run by Christian LeBlanc, and it's the opening day today, and we're super excited for being here, being a part of it, part of the LCA family. Megan, what were your first thoughts when we got here?
Spectacular!
He was opening up his first Bali hotel in the city of Canggu for his Lost creators, and we got to be a part of it, and it did not disappoint. This place was amazing, and getting the opportunity to meet and see him.
We got to meet Christian right now and his girlfriend Ruby. It was fantastic.
And see what he got to create just inspired us even more to keep on going and know that what we're doing will actually impact people. We got to enjoy food, we got to enjoy drinks, we got to meet other people that were part of the community that we were in, we got to see fire dancers, and we also got to meet some of the amazing YouTube creators that are out in the world as well. On days 19 and 20, we relaxed around the villa. Like I said, we just enjoyed ourselves.
Literally, it's so peaceful here.
Because in Canada, or any other part of the world for that instance, you'd be paying big bucks to stay at a place like this. Now, we did decide that we wanted to see a monkey forest, but we were a little far from Ubud. So we went to the West National Bali Park, where you'll need a tour guide to get you through, and it takes about an hour or 2, possibly even 3, to see all the types of animals and monkeys and get some lessons of history there too. Not to mention, the beaches here were so nice. Another one of the highlights was getting to go to Krista Adventures. This park was in pristine condition and so well taken care of. Every place we went to, it literally felt like we were in another world. So we rented ATVs here and we got to go around a full course through the woods, trails, and through rivers and streams. We then decided to just chill and relax for a few more days at the villa and plan the next part of our trip, as we were actually heading to Australia for 2 weeks. One thing we did quite often though was order from this bakery that was down the road, and they made some fresh bagels each day for us and made some amazing pizza that we ordered literally every night. Probably a big reason why we swam in the pool every day for an hour to burn it off. The final days were coming up on our trip here in Bali for the month, and we headed to the next closest water park that we could find. This water park was called Krishna Oceana Park. It's just alongside the ocean, and it was pretty quiet there, but for us, we didn't care. It just meant that we got a bunch of the park to ourselves. We got to rock climb and just enjoy the scenery of the ocean in front of us as we swam. But let me tell you the highlight of that day. They had this diving board that was like high, like 4 stories high. I had to walk up these stairs, which felt like forever to get to the top of it. Megan wouldn't even jump off of it, but I had to, of course, so I decided to go for it after I said my famous quote.
I'm just gonna go and go. The thing is, the more I stand up here, the more I go, wow, I'm nervy, but I'm just gonna go. Ready? That's how you get over yourself. To get over yourself, you just gotta run and go like this. Well, it was a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be.
So there we go, a month in Bali. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. Bali has everything you want and then some. You get to experience the world where your money can go a lot farther than you think it can. And like I said, we decided to live it up for that month in Bali, and we spent a total of $12,701. Did we have to? No. But we wanted to. We wanted to live it up because when you're traveling the world for 3 months, you got to enjoy yourself the best you can, because you might never get to do it again. Thanks for watching. And as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and turn those notifications on for the newest video. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.